Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Marconi Stadium. This round 14 National Premier League's New South Wales men's clash between Marconi Stallions and Sydney FC. Marconi currently in 7th place on the ladder, taking on Sydney FC, who are in 10th position, and both sides looking to maintain contact with a chasing pack as they endeavour to play finals football come the end of the season. It's been a wonderful week for the Stallions, coming from behind to defeat Rockdale City Suns last Sunday by 5-2, and then qualifying for the FFA Cup round of 32, defeating Sydney Olympic at Belmore on Wednesday night by 3-1. Whilst for Sydney, Jimmy Van Weeren's young Sky Blues' unbeaten run of 3 matches came to a halt last weekend, going down to Manly United by 3-1. Will it be Marconi who will make it 3 wins in the space of 7 days, or will the young Sky Blues take their more fancied opponents down and put a dent in their hosts' final aspirations? A big 3 points on offer here at Bosley Park. The team lineups are in. Let's check out the starting 11 for both sides. For the visiting side, Sydney FC in goals, number 30, Adam Pavlicic. Number 14, Thomas Fay. Number 3, Ben Van Meurs. Number 16, Paolo Bonani. Number 17, Callum Talbot. Number 12, Joey Tilio. Number 5, Patrick Scabilio. Number 15, Ryan Teague. Number 6, Harry van der Sarg. Number 9, Hamish Lamberton. And number 18, rounding out the first 11 for Sydney FC, Benjamin Coop. Today's substitutes for the visiting side, number 20, David Malashev. Number 24, Jake Holman. Number 54, Anton Mlinarik. Number 34, Callum Nieuwenhof. And number 23, Harry McCarthy. Of course, Sydney is coached by Jim Van Weeren. Now to the home side, Marconi Stallions in goals. Number 1, Nenad Vekic. Number 3, Giorgio Speranza. Number 4, Roberto Speranza. Number 19, Zach Cancross. Number 2, Nathan Milgate. Number 17, and captain Sean O'Connell. Number 16, Liam Yurley. Number 12, James Andrew. Number 11, Mitchell Malia. Number 13, Yanni Nicolau. And rounding out the first 11 for the Stallions, number 10, Marko Jesic. The substitutes today for Marconi, number 14, Peter Pelikanos. Number 17, Christian Sekakoski. Number 23, Brandon Vella. Number 40, Damien Tsekenis. And number 28, Martin Fernandez. Marconi is coached by Peter Tsekenis. Today's referee is Ben Abraham. Assistant referees Nathan Watton and Brad Wright. And your fourth official is Sebastian Andrews. As we just see both skippers in the middle of the park, shaking hands with one another. Ben Van Meurs will have the armband for Sydney today. Of course, Sydney with some outs at the moment. 5 players missing on top of that Jerry Scatata's transfer during the week. Just the 2 changes for both sides today from last week's games. It will be Marconi running from left to right on your screen. The Sky Blues running from right to left. Of course, in their Sky Blue jerseys, blue shorts. Just wait for the officials to make their way to the side of the field. For this one, Hamish Lambton in the centre circle to kick-start things. And the first possession of the day goes to Ryan Teague. Bermuda's now under pressure for Malia. Pavlicic goes forward. Play on, says the referee. Nathan Milgate gets in there and shifts the ball across to Giorgio Speranza, who will pass it back to Nenad Vekic for his first touch of the game. And he switches the ball to the right now to Yanni Nicolau. Just couldn't keep that first touch under control. So Sydney gain possession now in the centre of the park through Paolo Bonani on ball. As Marko Jesic pressing him somewhat. Pavlicic with a clearance. Up over the halfway now, straight to Cancross. Of course, Zach wasn't feeling the best of health, so missed that midweek cup victory for Marconi over Sydney Olympic. And the switch of play now down the right-hand side through Yanni Nicolau. He looked to centre it in for James Andrew. The flick on there from Callum Talbot. Falls nicely on the left now for Giorgio Speranza, who will find Liam Yurley. Roberto Speranza. Got some massive 3 points on offer. That's both sides still harbour ambitions of making that top 5 at the end of the season. Different looking lineup today for Jim Van Wieren. Of course, we touched on the players missing at the moment. Joel King is on annual leave for another 2 weeks. Luke Ivanovic is still on annual leave as well, as Thomas Hewitt-Bell for another week. And Marco Tilio will be back in a couple of weeks' time, speaking to him pre-game. That neck contusion the other week. He's warmed up with the boys this afternoon. So he'll also be a welcome addition for Jim Van Wieren in a couple of weeks' time, as we see Yanni Nicolau down the right now. Has Thomas Fay in front of him, defending for Sydney FC. Malia. Mitchell Marley has been in sparkling form for Marconi over the last few weeks. Again in the team of the week last week. Andrew. Yurley. Giorgio Sprans into the mixer, looking for Malia, headed away by Sydney, and they can break now through Joey Tilio. Over the top for Benjamin Coop. Cairncross gets their first pressure there from Coop, but Cairncross does well. The experienced central defender. And O'Connell now forward for Jesic. Both sides filling each other out. These early stages, only in the 3rd minute of this contest here at Bosley Park. Still Marconi 0, Sydney FC 0. No real chances at this point in time for either side. And Pavlicic now with the clearance up over the halfway line. Headed there by Giorgio Speranza. O'Connell with a slight foul. Ben Abraham will pull that one up on the far side. That was on Scabilio. Van Meurs. Fay. Back to his skipper. Long ball forward. Coop on his bike. Cairncross will get there first though. Straight to Vekic. Vekic with the first time clearance up over the halfway line now. Malia there, but getting to the ball first. Paolo Bonani. Ryan Teague. Great skill there from the Joey's captain, Van der Sarg. Of course, with all these changes in the playing roster at Sydney over the last few weeks, of course, Lee McGing and Jerry Scutatis moving across to Sutherland, plus the injuries as well as the annual leave to players. Harry Van der Sarg playing in that right midfield position today. Has made that right back his own this season, but showing his versatility for Van Wieren. Joey Tilio claiming a free kick there, but it will be a throw to the young Sky Blues to be taken by Thomas Fay. Looking for Lamberton. The chest down for Coop. Can't find the target. O'Connell now. Chance for Marconi to break. Ball over the top by Malia for Andrew. But Andrew was well offside, so stayed out of the play. Joey Tilio now. Scabilio. Bonani. Van der Sarg. Joey Tilio has Talbot down the right-hand side if he goes there. Sizes in behind for Lamberton. Intercepted, though, by Roberto Speranza. Will be a Sydney FC corner. On the far side to be taken by Callum Talbot. Beautiful day here in the heart of the west at Bosley Park. About 22 degrees. No wind to speak of. Great playing surface here at Bosley Park as the corner is swung in. Looking for the header. There by Bonani. Still with Sydney through Teague. Gets the ball inside to the mixer. On the end of it there was Lamberton, but he was judged offside by the official on the far side. So some early respite for Marconi. Jesic. Tried to slide it in behind for Malia. Scabilio getting there first. Malia now twisting and turning, getting across. Can he square it up? Ball trickled over the line there for a Sydney Goal kick. Will Gotsis in the bike today. Calling all the action for you out here at Marconi Stadium. My apologies in advance. I'm a little under the weather at the moment. I'll do my best to call all the action. Head of it now forward by Nicolau. Bonani plays 1-2 with his skipper. Andrew comes in there under pressure. Here's Bonani. Finds Talbot. Gets the ball down nicely for Scabilio. Van der Sarg. As Giorgio Speranza defending him there. Goes infield to Tillio. Teague. Nice switch of play there for Thomas Fay. Joey Tillio. Lamberton. Lays it off for Fay. Milgate back to his favoured right back position today after starting in the middle of the week and starring for Marconi in that centre back role. So Zach Cancross back into the lineup. Just a little shift there. Nathan Milgate back across to the right. Of course, we are seeing a little bit of a rotation, being the third game in a space of a week for Peter Tsakenis. The ball over the top now. And it's Van der Sarg. Has Lamberton in the box as target. Overhits it, but Lamberton will keep it in for the Sky Blues. Fay. Teague. Talbot calling for it on the right. Tries to go there, but cleared away by Giorgio Speranza. And it's James Andrew now who can get things going forward for Marconi. Yuli with a jink and the switch. Milgate finding Malia. Far post ball looking for Andrew. Can't get there, but Yuli will find him. And it's Andrew now for Marconi Stallions. Still going inside the box. Strong defensive work there from Callum Talbot. And Sydney can now turn defence into attack through Van der Sarg. And Coop there, working hard. The striker, but falls invitingly for Marconi. Still pressing deep into Sydney half at the moment through Milgate. Nicolau. Milgate overlapping. Slices it in behind for Milgate. The square ball across the face. Yes, he can't get there. Cleared away by Sydney. Roberto Speranza gets it to his skipper in O'Connell, and they'll go again. Marconi through Nicolau. Deep delivery there. No problems for Pavlicic. In goals today, once again for Sydney. Teague. Some great skill there. The foul on Teague. He has stayed down. Rather ginger in getting up. Speaking with Jim Van Weeren pre-game, and player who we know all the talent that he has, Ryan Teague, but he's really adapted to life in the NPL. A lot more physical, of course, than playing under 20s football. Has looked good in the last 4 weeks for Sydney. Ball forward now. Van der Sarg with a header on for Talbot. Keeps it in. Only as far as Roberto Speranza. And he'll clear to safety. And as far as Teague, though. Here he is, that man, Teague. Scabilio. He'll step on it. Good challenge there from Jesic. And it's O'Connell now who can break forward for Marconi. Has Andrew left. And that's where he goes. James Andrew. 1-1 with Bonani. Onto the right. Near post shot. And saved there by Pavlicic. Some good transition play there from the Stallions. Almost saw the first goal of the afternoon to the 12 in Andrew. Let's see how warm it is out here. Jimmy the Jet, as he's known, as take on that compression shirt. A little too warm down on field for him. And it's Yuli now. Will deliver this corner in for Marconi. They have Milgate long. They go near, though. Cleared away by Scabilio. Millgate goes down, claiming a foul. Play on. Speranza forward. And Andrew just coming back from an offside position. Had to watch it go. Couldn't take part in that. Sydney survive. Ball didn't leave the 18-yard box there, so a retake it will be for the Sky Blues. Of course, plenty of other games being played today. Down in Wollongong at the moment. Wollongong nil, Sydney United 58, FC nil. And Blacktown City, 8 minutes gone, nil. Sydney Olympic nil. Of course, the 3:30 game today from Lambert Park, up Leichhardt, up against Sutherland Sharks. And the 5 o'clock game today, Hakoah and Rockdale City Suns. So we'll keep your score updated for you throughout the afternoon. Joey Tillio now, Cancross. Strong, but it's still Joey Tillio. Giorgio Speranza there with the clearance, but the block. Still with Sydney through Talbot, but they lose out. As soon as Marconi get the ball back, the hand possession back to the Sky Blues. Van der Sarg, Teague. Overlapping still is Van der Sarg. Isolated in the corner there from Giorgio Speranza. Talbot first time ball in, looking for Lamberton, cleared away by Cancross. The referee's picked up a handball. So it will be a Sydney free kick from about 25 yards out. Opportunity now through this set piece. For Ryan Teague it will be. Been called out before, but as soon as the foul was given, Teague was hungry to pick that ball up. Let's see what he can do here with his left. Vekic just organising his wall, just 3 men in the wall at the moment. Ryan Teague steps up over the wall and just over the crossbar. Well, Vekic had it covered. Good strike there from Teague. Millgate up. Fay winning the header there. Will be a Marconi throw on the near side, just 5 metres inside their territory. Look for Millgate just to boom it down the line. There's Nicolau right down there. That's where he's going. Nicolau with a flick on header. Malia. Good tackle there from Fay. Millgate back in there, but it's Nicolau. Millgate on his way, still going. First time ball in. Cuts it across. Looking for someone there. Cleared away, though, by Van Meurs. It's Van der Sarg now. Lamberton. Teague. Pickpocketed by O'Connell. First time ball over the top for Malia. Can he get there first? Mitchell Malia. There's a shot on the turn and scores. Mitchell Malia will. He didn't get enough on it, but it didn't matter. And 15 minutes gone here at Marconi Stadium, and the Stallions take a 1-0 lead through Mitchell Malia. And that's Mitchell's 5th of the season. Well, we touched on him pre-game and was in that team of the week last week. Has been in stellar form over the last 4 weeks for Marconi. Of course, changes to their roster. Mirjam Pavlovic moving across to Mount Druitt Town Rangers. A lot more riding on the tails of Mitchell Malia in that front third. And he delivered an early lead for Peter Tsakenis. Bonani. Talbot. Bonani once again goes back to Pavlicic. Switch of play for Fay, can't keep it in. Well, it's a different looking Marconi in this last week or so. Of course, last week they were trailing Rockdale at Illingdon Sports Centre by 2-0 before finishing with a flourish. 5 unanswered goals there to take the victory, 5-2. And they continued on their merry way, reaching the round of 32 midweek against Sydney Olympic. 3-1. Olympic had some early dominance there, but once Marconi got in front, it was quite comfortable in the end for the Stallions. Bonani, first time clearance to Coop. Lazy first time touch, so Marconi again in possession through Jesic. Scabilio fighting hard there and winning the ball. Yuli coming in, still going, Patrick Scabilio. And twisting and turning his way up towards the halfway line now. Van der Sarg. Coop on his bike down the right. Tracked across by Roberto Speranza. The official on the far side has flagged the free kick to Sydney. Great opportunity for the visitors now to pull one back and restore parity here at Bosley Park. Dangerous position, this set piece for Marconi to defend. Talbot to deliver. Into the mixer. Far post looking for Van Meurs. Was Cooper the end that got the header. Just couldn't get his head on the direction of the goal. Force a save from Vekic. Just needed to be a yard or so deeper, Benjamin Coop there. May well have found the equaliser, but not to be. Van Meurs with the head down. Great vision there from Sean O'Connell. Finds James Andrew on the left. Up towards the 18-yard box. Onto his right. He'll pull the trigger. Just can't get over it. James Andrew. Let's see what he's trying to do. Just off balance somewhat. Pavlicic with the clearance. Forfait once again goes out for another Marconi throw. Millgate quickly over the top, looking for Jesic. Van Meurs doing well to get there though. Nicolau. Marley onto his left. Looking for a space, can't find it. Pulls the trigger and the save from Pavlicic. Oh, Mitchell Marley in that sparkling form. Caught a glimpse of the goal. Pulled the trigger, but Pavlicic equal to the save. And Jesic trots across now to take the resulting corner for Marconi. Jesic. Ball into the mixer. Near post. Looking for the header. Still not cleared away. Handballs the cry. Cancross gets there. Still with Marconi. The second ball in. Looking for Millgate. But Pavlicic gets there. And claims confidently. Not many taller targets in NPL football than Nathan Millgate. Adam Pavlicic doing well there. The custodian, Teague. Tilio, the switch. The block there by Millgate. Cancross. Yuli. For Malia. Yes, he's to his right. Mitchell Malia going. Still going, Malia. The block there by Van Meurs. Yuli. Speranza, first time in. Cleared away by Bonani. Ultimately cleared to safety by Sydney. So Roberto Speranza just plays it back to Vekic. The switch there. Just wasn't to be for Giorgio Speranza. Good vision though. Does allow Sydney FC to stay on notice though. They can be penetrated from all parts of the field with this Marconi side. We're brimming in confidence at the moment. Those of you just joining us, Marconi Stallions 1, courtesy of Mitchell Malia striking that 15th minute, leading Sydney FC 0. And that was Malia's 5th of the season. Pavlicic again. Not the greatest of distribution. Looking for Talbot on the far side. To the Raz of Lastala. To see the active supporter groups around the grounds in force these days, supporting their local sides. And great football it is, the NPL New South Wales men's competition. Talbot, Lamberton for Tilio. Just bounces away from him. That first touch. Roberto Speranza forward, straight to Bonani. Talbot. Pavlicic. Midway through the first half, Marconi 1, Sydney FC 0. Millgate strong in the air. Marconi with the throw. Malia, nice first touch. Creating the space there. O'Connell with the vision. Still falls in the end for Marconi. The ball in from Giorgio Speranza. Sean O'Connell tries luck. Blocked there by Bonani. Van der Sarg. Scabilio. Sydney can break quickly now. 3-on-3. Marconi Cavalry arrived to help out. Isolated on the far side, Lamberton. Roberto Speranza conceding the throw. Still no scores around the grounds. Midway through the first half. Wins Stadium, Wollongong 0, Sydney United 58 FC 0. Lily Holmes, Blacktown City 0, Sydney Olympic 0. So some important fixtures across the calendar today. Of course, 5 games, only the one game played yesterday. That was a victory to Mount Druitt Town Rangers over Manly United by 2-1. So another good victory for the Rangers on the back of their FFA Cup success midweek over Wollongong Wolves down at Ian McLennan Park. It's a different looking front line at the moment for the Rangers, with John Roberts coming in recently from the Wanderers. Mirjam Pavlovic there. Tufika Lamadine on the score sheet once again. Yanni Nicolau. Just an errant pass there. Straight to Bonani. Van Mules now will look to get things going through Tilio. Yuli with the head down. Nicolau working hard in the centre of the park. Marconi give it away again. Joey Tilio. Van der Sarg. Just corrals it down the line for Coop. Double team by the Speranza boys there. And they win back possession for the Stallions. The switch now for Nicolau. Not the greatest of first time touches there for Malia. Speranza. Andrew. The ball over the top there by Yuli. First time in for Malia. Looking for Jesic. Sydney dealing with it at the moment. Rooted in their territory at the moment. Marconi pressing. Yuli looking to send it in behind there for Jesic. Scabilio. Van der Sarg now. Lamberton looking for support around him. He's bustled off the ball by Cairncross. And once again, it's Marconi. Apply some more pressure in Sydney's half. Nicolau just stepping on it though, maintaining possession, and they'll start again. Drew Cancross. Nice ball forward for Andrew. One-on-one with Talbot. Scabile coming across to help. James Andrew goes down. Play on, says the referee. That's what he can do though, James Andrew, with his speed. Lucky there for the Sky Blues. He lost his footing. It's a precarious position it would have been for Sydney to defend. Offside on the far side on Lamberton. Talbot strong. 17.5 minutes to play out here in this first half. Marconi 1. CFC 0. Wilcott's just calling all the action for you today. A little under the weather, so my apologies in advance. Teague. It's going to be their first time for Van Mules. Just takes his eye off the ball, so just allows it to run a little. We start again through Teague. Joey Tillio. Fay. Just playing a little triangle at the moment. Fay, first time, gives it away. Yuli for... He's holding mid-partner in O'Connell, but Scabilio wins it. And it's Van der Sarg now. Talbot screaming for it over the right. The shot there by Harry Van der Sarg. And it bobbled in front of Vekic. Brilliant save. We've seen Harry Van der Sarg throughout the year with some good strikes from distance. And that one almost levelling things up here at Marconi. Cabot has Tillio short, but that's more just to draw the defenders out than anything else. He goes into the mixer now, looking for the header. Head back in across. Teague. Switches it to the left. Finds Fay. He has a look up. Not much going on forward-wise for him. So he'll just dink it down the line for Lamberton. No fouls the cry there from Zach Cancross. For Nathan Milgate. He wins out possession, and it's Mitchell Malia now. Tracking across, Paddy Sabilio. And Sabilio just concedes the throw in there. On the halfway line. 15 minutes to play in his first half. Marconi 1, leading Sydney FC 0. Yuli. Switches it, finding Giorgio Speranza. Sydney just pressing a little higher than they were earlier, so Cancross uses his keeper in Vekic there. Speranza down the line for Giorgio. Helps it on towards Andrew. Climbing all over Scabilio. Play on still. Andrew tries to dink it behind. And it's Marconi now, 2-on-1. Again, Andrew goes down. Play on waved on by Ben Abraham. Milgate. Cancross. Again the switch for Andrew. Can't keep it in on the far side. Both sides playing again next Sunday. Marconi travel away to Manly United at Cromer Park, while Sydney FC will travel down to Wollongong Wolves next Sunday take on the league leaders. Another big test for Jim Van Weeren side as they start to get some cavalry arrive back in the next couple of weeks. But Lamberton, just as he goes to step on it there, loses possession, and it's Marconi through Marley in the centre of the park. Just can't find his target in Andrew. Van der Sarg and O'Connell fighting for it. O'Connell wins out. Vekic gives it away to Lamberton. Just couldn't get that first touch under control, or may well have been scrambling there. Nenad Vekic. These two sides squaring off earlier in the season. And the round 3 result at Lambert Park, a game I also called, was Marconi 2 defeating Sydney FC 0 that night. Marco Jesic, one of the scorers, along with Miljan Pavlovic. Of course, he's moved across, as we've touched on. One of the big news items of the week. Marconi with some big news of their own, signing ex-Brisbane Roar player in Zach Duncan. Of course, making 4 starts for the Roar. The last game of the season was arguably the Roar's best on the park that day. So fabulous talent. Also part of that championship-winning National Youth League side of the Brisbane Roar that defeated Western Sydney Wanderers in the grand final last season. A dominant display from Brisbane on that night. Coop, Van der Sar, first time for Teague, just still drinking, trying to get it onto his left. Scabilio leaves it for Fay. Nicolau in front of him. Joey Tillio on a dime. Ryan Teague pulls a shot from his right there. Well, regulation shot in the end. I think it's just parries it away for a corner to Sydney. Of course, Ryan Teague, ostensibly a left-footed player. Even catching me unawares there when he pulled the trigger with his right. Joey Tillio now. Just plays it short to Talbot. Defending there from Nicolau. Just kept his position and winning the ball back for Marconi. Malia, long ball forward for Andrew. The ball over the top for Jesic now. Good block there from Scabilio. Forcing the throw. Just under 10 minutes to play here in his first half. Marconi 1. Leading Sydney FC 0. Jesic with the throw in. Looking for Millgate. The flick on. Malia first time on the volley. Mitchell Malia once again. Brilliant. Jesic to Millgate. He rose tallest. The flick on. And Malia on the turn. The first time volley. Makes it 2-0. And that's Malia's 6th of the season. And what scintillating form he is in for the home side. Well, Mitchell Malia has been making teams of the week regularly for fun. And plenty of football to play out in this round. Once again, it'll be a brave person to say that he won't be in another team of the week. Vermeurs inside for Tillio, the chest down for Lamberton. 8.5 minutes to play in this first half. Teague, Lamberton. They need to be careful here, Marconi. Sorry, Sydney, if they press too high, could get caught out on the counter. Having said that, they'll certainly need to be the next team to score if they are to get a result out of this one. Vermeers. Van der Sarg. No look switch. Straight to Giorgio Speranza. Liam Yuli, first time over the top. Can't keep it in. The left back for Marconi. We have an early score from Lambert Park, 7 minutes in there, and Apia Leichhardt 1. They've taken the lead against Sutherland Sharks 0. No score still from the other games around the grounds. So Marconi leading here, and Apia leading at Lambert Park so far on this Sunday afternoon of football. 5 games live through the NPL New South Wales Facebook page and Football New South Wales YouTube channels. Throwing to Sydney just inside their half. Will be Thomas Fay. And short to Tilio. That was close to going out there, but give the assistant the benefit of the doubt. Play on. Yesic. Long ball forward for Andrew. Into the 18-yard box now. James Andrew has Talbot in his pocket. Can go short to Giorgio Speranza. Malia dinks it in behind. Fortunately for both Marconi plays there in James Andrew and Giorgio Speranza. They made that same run into the box. That play breaks down. Anywhere Mitchell Marley's on the ball or in the vicinity of at the moment in his form. Danger signs for opposition defenders. Free kick on Andrew there. His foul on Bonani. Famures. Bonani goes short. Foscabilio almost gets caught out there, but does well under pressure. Famures down the line. There's really a nothing ball there by the skipper. You can see what he was trying to do, but just too much pace on the ball. Lamberton never going to get there. Foul there on Yesic in the back. As we touched on in the pre-game earlier, the outs for Sydney at the moment on annual leave for the young Sky Blues. At the moment, Thomas Hewitt-Bell, Luke Ivanovic, they're out for another week. So they'll be available next week, whilst Joel King also out for 2 more weeks on annual leave. Marco Tilio 2 weeks away from returning from injury, as is Geordie Swibble. Yuli with a delivery in. Looking for Milgate. Gets the header across for Cancross. Oh, from point blank range. Marco Yesic would love to have that again. Couldn't get over it. Disappointed in himself there. Of course, the midweek transfer of Jerry Skatatis to Sutherland Sharks, and a couple of weeks earlier, Liam McGing headed across in that same direction for Sydney. So a much different looking side for the Sky Blues at the moment. Opportunities for other players, though. It's helped on now by Yesic for Nicolau. Teague in front of him, still going Yanni Nicolau. Ryan Teague takes the ball. Great tackle there and technique from Ryan Teague. And it's Lamberton now. Play on for the moment through Van der Sarg. Coop screaming for it on the left. Can he deliver it there? Tries to. Just can't get the right accuracy and pace on it for his striker. Speranza back to Vekic, under pressure now by Coop. Gets it forward. Milgate. Nicolau. Can go down the line to Yesic. Holding it up now is Marco Yesic. Teague in his back. Good show of strength. Free kick to Marconi. No advantage there for the Stallions. It would have been a Sydney throw. And it will be Liam Yuley to deliver the ball in for Marconi. Far post. Once again, Milgate the target, gets across. The header in across for Scabilio, heads it away. Marlio with the audacious flick back into the box. Does recycle back out to Marconi once again, and it's James Andrew now who'll keep it in, and first time ball in. Measures it. Just beats Yesic. Yuli. Malia. Has the ball taken away from him by Van der Sarg, who gives it straight back to Marconi, and the switch from Giorgio Speranza finding Nicolau. Andrew. Scabilio coming across to hold him up. Steps on the ball, Andrew. And they'll reset again, Marconi. Giorgio Speranza. Malia. More tricks than Copperfield at the moment. Mitchell Malia. And he's passed there to Giorgio Speranza. A little too much heat on it. We wind down in the last 30 or so seconds in his first half. We'll see what time added on there is by the force official in Sebastian Andrews. Teague now. Yes, he will have a shot. And just as he's about to pull the trigger, Scabilio with a great tackle. Can Sydney pull one back before the break? Roberto Speranza forward. The switch by Van der Sarg, working hard. Nicolau. Fay gets there. It's Nicolau in his back. And there'll be 1 minute of additional time added on. We've just seen the board come up. Which may be the last opportunity for either side before both teams make their way into the sheds for their halftime talk. Vermeurs gives it straight to O'Connell. Malia over the top looking for Andrew. He'd come infield there, so Talbot gets there first, but again Sydney give it away. Andrew. Yesic. Looking for Andrew. Almost slide that ball through for Andrew, but it's Yesic now cries a handball. The block. And the halftime whistle from Ben Abraham. Well, that's halftime here at Marconi Stadium. And Marconi Stallions 2, courtesy of 2 goals from Mitchell Malia. Lead Sydney FC 0 at the break. Speaking of breaks, we'll take a short break now and come back for the second half in a little over 10 minutes' time. And it's the Stallions with the ascendancy as they walk into the sheds. 2 leading Sydney FC 0.
But like you can feel the phlegm and he's like struggling to talk and breathe and can't swallow. Like I get paid $1 million to do this.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Marconi Stadium. The commencement of the second half. Marconi 2, leading Sydney FC nil. Just looking at the stats from the first half. Marconi 6 shots to 4. And 4 shots on target to Sydney's 2. Of course, 2 of those 4 shots on target for Marconi, being the Mitchell Malia goals. Corners 3 to 2 in favour of Sydney FC and 7 fouls to 2. Marconi leading the way there. Only the 2 offsides and 2 Sydney FC. See Mitchell Malia now finding Nathan Milgate. Yesic just can't get that first touch under control. Milgate strong in the challenge, wins it once again for Marconi. Ball forward. Yesic's looking for the head on, but Thomas Fay gets there first. Scabilio. Mitchell Malia there, tugged down, and the referee Ben Abraham points to the spot. Well, Sydney just comical there defensively. Almost got pickpocketed there by James Andrew. Malia doing well to wrestle the ascendancy. Back for Marconi, pulled down, and early stages in this second half. The first minute and an opportunity now for Malia to make it 3. As Malia steps up. Calmly slots it away for his hat-trick. Pavlicic guessing the right way. Just too much precision there on it from Mitchell Malia. And that's 3 for Marconi, 3 for Mitchell Malia. And they lead Sydney FC 3-0. Mitchell Malia being in fantastic form. We said it. We expected him to be in the team of the week after scoring the first 2 of the day. Can put his name in that team of the week with gold lettering now. And a long way forward now for Sydney FC. Down on confidence. Ball in behind for James Andrew. Can pull the trigger! James Andrew makes it 4! Jimmy the Jet. They go back to back, Marconi Stallions. And the ball in behind. Sydney just switching off after giving up that early goal in the second half. 3 becomes 4. And it's Mount Everest to climb now for Sydney. Well, that's James Andrews' 3rd of the season. Continues his stellar form. Scoring last week against Rockdale. Of course, scoring midweek with that header against Sydney Olympic in the Cup. And what a week it's been for him. What a week for Marconi as they go from strength to strength. Giorgio Speranza there. Taken down by Van der Sarg. Wins the free kick for Marconi. Just inside Sydney territory. Yuli plays it to Andrew. Giorgio Speranza once again for Andrew. Plays it off Bonani. And Marconi with yet another set piece. As the sun starts to set here at Bosley Park. It's certainly not setting on Marconi's season. If anything, it's starting to rise for them. Yesic with a delivery in. Looking for Cancross. So near there from Zach Cancross. Just wide. Very hungry at the moment. Marconi, 5 last Sunday against Rockdale, 3 against Olympic. 4 today. There's James Andrew now. Looks to create something going forward. Roberto Speranza to Liam Yuley. Ball in behind for Malia. Can't get that foot on it. He was a shoe size away from making it 5-0. And with his 4th of the afternoon, wasn't to be for the Marconi number 11. Pavlicic looking for Van der Sarg. Roberto Speranza gets up. Down the line for Andrew. Talbot with the throw. Lamberton near side. 3 Marconi defenders. Hands it over to Yesic. Andrew streaming down the left. He'll get around the Sydney defence, but his ball in. Calmly taken by Van Meurs. Lamberton. Once again gives it away. Looking for Van der Sarg there. It's Giorgio Speranza. Yesic to Speranza. Roberto switches it to Cancross. Yuley does well to hold off Teague. Giorgio. The 1-2 there with Andrew. The ball inside. Andrew fighting there to keep it for Marconi and does so. Nicolau thinks it over the top. The first time shot there by Andrew. The follow-up volley in by Malia. Millgate. O'Connell. The pressure applied and mounting. Yesic. The first time, no look. Talbot to Lamberton. Roberto Speranza just isolate him towards the sideline. Tough couple of minutes for the Sydney striker. Yesic goes back to Vekic. Sends it down the line for Andrew. Talbot happy to watch it go out. Scabilio fighting hard with Andrew. Andrew wins it out. That duel there for Marconi. Speranza. Andrew just not enough oomph on it there for Giorgio. Van Meurs. That was Van der Sarg getting in there first in front of O'Connell. Lamberton. It's Tilio running down the line, but it's Lamberton now who it'll fall for. Makes Van der Sarg do a little bit more than would have hoped to have done there. Joey Tilio tries to play back in the path of Van der Sarg, and Marconi once again stifle that attack of Sydney's. Scabilio tight there, but switches the play for Fay. Teague, the 1-2. Nicolau coming across. Millgate can only defend it back to Sydney. Lamberton this time working hard off the ball to win it back. That's what Jim Van Wieren will want to see from his young side in this second half. A little bit of fight. What a shot! Well, just like that, Harry Van der Sarg pulls one back from distance. Too much heat on it for Vekic. And Marconi 4, Sydney FC 1. Well, brilliant strike there by Harry Van der Sarg. Caught everyone unawares. little too much heat on it there for Vekic. Of course, hello to Jared Schnabel, who's listening in today. Sent a message during the halftime break. He's listening in at New York City. So good to see some American audience out there watching this stream through the NPL New South Wales Facebook page as well as Football New South Wales YouTube channel. So welcome aboard, Jared. Hope to have you in commentary throughout the season. As Jesic now pulls it from distance. Parried away by Pavlicic. Yuli comes in. Should have hit it first time. Mucked around with it too much. And with open arms, the ball fell back into the hands of Pavlicic. He was staring down the barrel of the 5th Marconi goal. Well, hasn't this game turned around in the second half? Marconi leading 2-0 at the break. In the first 11 minutes of this second half, we've seen 3 goals. And the way it's opened up, you'd expect that there's more in the offing here at Bosley Park. Speranza with a head down. O'Connell helps it on its way to Jesic in the centre circle now. Marconi. O'Connell, first time. Malia overlapping is Nicolau. James Andrew all on his own on the left. If they can get the delivery across. Malia. Taken away by Teague. The slide tackle in by Yuli. Falls to Fay. Coop. Fay. Can he keep it in? He can. Slight foul on him on the far side. As picked up by referee Abraham. We know Sydney can score goals quickly. Saw that game earlier in the season where they played against Wollongong down 4-1 and came back to 4-3 and almost forced a result against the league leaders. Progress scores from around the grounds in the 58th minute at Wynn Stadium. Sydney United 1, leading Wollongong 0. And approaching half-time at Lambert Park, Apia 2, leading Sutherland Sharks 1. There's a ball in from Lamberton. Looking for Coop there. Nicolau just shooting it out, but fouled in the process. So Marconi with a free kick. And of course, the 5 o'clock game today at Hensley Athletic Field, Hakoa taking on Rockdale City Suns. So if Wollongong do go down to Sydney United and Apia win today, certainly makes the ladder compulsive viewing once again. 6-point lead will become 3, but plenty of football to be played down there at Wynn Stadium. You see Ryan Teague down at the moment, just getting looked at by the medical staff. Let's hope that he's okay to continue. Joey's captain. He has been one of Jim Van Weeren's best in the last few weeks. Of course, they went down last week to Manly, but did have a 3-game unbeaten streak there. 2 wins on the spin prior to their loss to Manly. Get some more medical treatment. We'll keep an eye on young Ryan Teague on the far side as Nenad Vekic gets things back underway. Jesic with the header. Talbot heads it down. There's Van der Sar near. Same as Scabilio. Goes to Scabilio to Van der Sar. Bonani down the line. Talbot that was. Lamberton. Keeping it in is Van der Sar. Bonani. Van der Sar chests it down. Into Marconi territory now they go. A little too much heat on that ball forward. Not the best of clearances there by Millgate on the far side, so Sydney will have the throw. Fay. Teague back on the field now, so good to see that for Sydney. After that medical attention, moving freely as well. Joey Tilio, the Dragon go. Still going Joey Tilio. Tried to thread it in behind for Lamberton. Dealt easily by the Marconi defence there. Scabilio taken down in the centre of park. Marley the transgressor there. We'll see the first substitution of the afternoon for Sydney FC, and it'll be Paolo Bonani coming off. And Anton Leonarich will go on. Can't say I've seen young Anton play before. So another opportunity, another young player in this Sydney's club. Get some first team experience in this NPL 1 competition. He has been playing in recent weeks in the under 18s, so another youngster in the top grade today. Got us calling all the action once again for NPL New South Wales today on the Facebook and Football New South Wales YouTube channel. We'll see Marconi's first substitution of the afternoon, and Liam Yuley will be going off. And he's replaced by Brandon Vella. Of course, Brandon playing in that FFA Cup win during the week. Has been carrying the flu over the last week or so. Good to see him back in the fold. Of course, Marconi's Player of the Year last year. One of the great young players in this NPL New South Wales competition. Scabilio. Slight pressure there from Yesic, so Van Muurs has a look up. Linarik. Van der Sarg, Lamberton. Nice skill there from Hamish Lamberton. Coop, though, will be shouldered off the ball by Zach Cancross. All the experience there from the central defender. Those of you just joining us, Marconi 4 leading Sydney FC 1. It was 2-0 at the break. 2 goals there to Mitchell Malia. He scored a hat-trick in that first minute of the second half from the penalty spot. James Andrew made it 4. Van der Sarg pulled one back for Sydney. We haven't had any score since then as we approach the 18-minute mark in the second half. Giorgio Speranza forward. Looking for Malia. He'll hold it up. Looking for support. Thomas Fay there. O'Connell in. Headed away by Van Muurs. Malia. Van Muurs again with the head. Joey Tilio. Fay. Coop. Sydney can break now through Lamberton on the far side. Oh, Van der Sarg just couldn't get there. Timing interception there by Giorgio Speranza for Marconi. Talbot climbs high with the head and wins it. Linaric. Scabilio under pressure from Vella. Sydney playing a lot deeper at the moment. Marconi pressing, so forcing Sydney back. Can certainly see how far forward Marconi are pressing at the moment. Coop. Fay can't keep it in on the far side. And we'll see another substitution for Jim Van Wieren. And Hamish Lamberton will be making his way off the field and replaced by 24 in Jake Holman. throw forward. Fay wins the header, but Marconi have an opportunity now. Through Andrew, plays the 1-2 to Malia, who get it onto his left. Mitchell Malia dinks it over, too cute in the end. Well, both players had the opportunity to pull the trigger there in Andrew and Malia. In the end, it breaks down and no one gets a shot on target. Villa mops up. Andrew, Talbot. Maybe a tired man tonight, Callum Talbot. Chasing James Andrew around the park today. Holman down on the ground. Does well though. And start coming across to help out Sydney. Minarich. Scabilio. As the sun sets here in Bosley Park. Van der Sarg now. Too much power on that ball in behind. Coop was certainly away. Would have been one-on-one with Vekic. As we approach midway through this second half. Marconi 4, Sydney 1. Giorgio Speranza. James Andrew. Twisting and turning. Speranza. Scabilio. Holman coming back to help out. Giorgio Speranza does well to win the throw. Double team there. Well, with some heavy legs from these Marconi boys tonight as well. Of course, that big round 7 win during the week over Sydney Olympic in the FFA Cup. To get them on the national stage. And what a clap to the faithful there from James Andrew. Another good shift from him on the back of that midweek game last week. Plenty miles in the Jets' legs this week. Got one on the score sheet today, so we'll be happy to continue his goal-scoring feat. And Peter Pelicanos coming on for him. See Marconi corner now. Pelicanos bombing forward along with Cancross. Roberto Speranza up there in the 6-yard box. Jesic, far post, looking for Milgate, gets the header on it, climbing high. Not many people out jump Nathan Milgate in the aerial department. We recall that memorable header that gave Apia that victory last year in the FFA Cup over Melbourne Victory. Get them through to the quarterfinals. Of course, losing out that day 2. Eventual winners Adelaide United. But it was a great run last year from the boys from Leichhardt. Marconi can create a little bit of their own history this year if they draw an A-League club in that round of 32 clash. Means they still have Waratah Cup commitments as well, so as you've seen today by Coach Peter Tsakenis, a little bit of rotation will be needed to keep them fresh in this back half of the season. So many games to be played. Teague now. Holman. Getting there first is Nicolau. Sends it into the path of the 4th official on the far side. Sydney with the throw. 20 minutes to play here at Marconi Stadium. If Sydney need to get something out of this, they'll need to score soon. Van der Sarg. Scabilio. Back to Van der Sarg. Nice ball in. Only target in that box was Coop, so Millgate clears for the boys in green. Look at progress scores from around the grounds down at Wynn Stadium. 72 gone. Wollongong have equalised, so it's Wollongong 1, Sydney United 58 FC 1. Still 0-0 at Lily's. 66 gone between Blacktown Sydney and Sydney Olympic. Of course, Hakoa and Rockdale City Suns kicking off at 5 o'clock today. Talbot. Holman. Speaking of Holman, I saw former Socceroo Brett Holman around the grounds in the Hills District the other week. Some of the junior games. Good to see a lot of these ex-Socceroos and A-League players putting back into the community. Plenty of players doing their coaching licenses at the moment, their B and C licenses as well. As they say, once in the blood, always in the blood. Villa now. Tough challenge by Talbot. The second ball by O'Connell. Forward for Jesic. Pavlicic, first time to Talbot. Van der Sarg, the 1-2. Nice play there from Sydney, and Talbot has some space to work with now. Petakanos, though, working hard, coming across. Nice play there between Roberto Speranza and Peter Pelikanos. Villa. Jesic. Linaric in the back. Game's been played hard but fair today. Ben Abraham hasn't had to pull out any yellow cards. It's a clean game at the moment. Pelikanos shouting instructions to Speranza to go wide to Nathan Millgate. But he'll just go route one style. Up for his brother Giorgio. Talbot deals with it. Linaric. Vermeurs. Skipper goes to Joey Tilio. Can't control his first time touch there. So Marconi once again through Malia. Just couldn't get the power in that one. Mitchell Malia. Though if he wasn't to score again, job has certainly been done by the number 11 for Marconi today, for his coach, Peter Tsakenis. Bermuda's under pressure. T goes wide to Talbot. Nice vision there by Ryan Teague. Picking out Thomas Fay on the far side. Yanni Nicolau coming across just to hold him up enough. Patrick Scabilio now. Teague plays it back. Fay, he'll whip this one in. The block there by Nicolau. We see another substitution for Marconi. This time it'll be Marco Jesic coming off. And coming on is the 40 in Damien Tsakenis. It's Marconi drawing in the under-20s today. 1-1 with Sydney. But Damien Tsakenis scored a wonder strike for Marconi in that one. Some great skill. The flick over the player, the control, and put it past the advancing keeper. One of the great goals you'll see. Check those highlights out. We'll jump on the under-20s Live stream that you can watch in full replay on the NPL New South Wales Facebook page or Football New South Wales YouTube channel. We've got us calling this one for you today. Thank you for listening in. To all our regular listeners as well as all the new ones. Far-reaching. We've seen again today. Even the old US of A making an appearance on the live stream. Teague. Heavy challenge there. Recycles out for Fay. Teague. Joey Tillio. Nice drag there. Callum Talbot. Cuts it back onto his left. Floating ball in. Beats everyone in the box. As Nathan Milgate watches it go out for again another Marconi goal kick. Into the final 15 minutes here at Marconi Stallions. Still 4, leading Sydney FC 1. 2 quick goals in succession over at Lily Holmes Stadium. Blacktown City taking the lead in the 67th. Olympic with the reply in the 69th. And now into the 71st minute there at Lily Holmes, and it's 1-1 between Blacktown City and Sydney Olympic. Across half-time at Lambert Park, Apia 2 leading Sutherland Sharks 1, and 13 to go down in Wollongong. Still Wolves 1, Sydney United 58-1. Don't forget next week, Marconi next Sunday will be travel away to Cromer Park to take on Manly United. And Sydney FC will head down the highway and take on league leaders Wollongong Wolves, also at Wynn Stadium at 3 p.m. Don't forget to check all the highlights out this week on the NPL New South Wales Facebook and Football New South Wales YouTube channels as Pelikanos finds Malia inside the 18-yard box now. Mitchell Malia, the magician. Pelikanos, the ball in, looking for the header. Cleared away there to safety by Thomas Fay it was. And Joey Tillio now just steps on it to see what's around him. To Kenneth sniffing in that front third there. Boy, would he love to get his name on the sheet. And his closing period of the game. Benarich, Van der Sarg, Talbot. Again, not a lot going forward, so the long ball forward for Van der Sarg, not the direction on it. From young Anton Mlinaric. Pelikanos with the throw in the near side. The sun is almost set out here in the southwest of Sydney, the beautiful suburb of Bosley Park. The ground in complete shadow now, though. Teague. Cancross, strong. The slight niggle there. Always love the plays. They say, I've got the ball, sir. You can get the ball and still foul at the same time. Good skill there by Holman. Dancing his way towards the 18-yard box. Doesn't have any support. Isolated. Finally, Thomas Fay arrives to whip it in. Cancross first time. Milgate helps it on its way. Again, it's Sydney now through Scabilio. Slides it in behind. Beautiful ball there for Talbot. First time pass in. Headed away by Cancross still. Scabilio fighting hard there with O'Connell. Teague floats it in. Milgate gets the header down for Nicolau. Malia, first time touch for Vella. Getting there to Kenneth now. Fighting hard and winning possession for the Marconi side. Fouled by Scabilio. As we enter the final 10 minutes here at Marconi. Marconi 4, leading Sydney FC 1. There's plenty of movement in the NPL over the last week. We saw Miljan Pavlovic make his way across from Marconi to Mount Druitt Town Rangers. Zach Duncan signed up by Marconi from the Brisbane Roar. He's only had the one training session, so expect him to feature next week's lineup for Marconi. Giorgio Speranza now squares it up to Kennis. Has a shot, futsal style. Still not cleared away. Finally it's done so by Mlinarik. Roberto Speranza heads it forward. O'Connell, the ball in behind for Tsakenis. He's onside. Can he bury it? Yes, he can. Damien Tsakenis off the bench makes it 5. And Marconi are headed to a big victory here at Bosley Park over Sydney FC. They lead 5-1. Well, great vision there from Marconi. The ball in behind for Damien Tsakenis. And he makes it 5. And another big victory for the home side. This time in front of their home fans. As we see another substitution for Jim Van Weeren. His final moments, Patrick Scavilio coming off. Callum Nieuwenhof coming on for the Sky Blues. And Benjamin Coop, Marconi falling asleep at the back there. Puts his laces through it. And that's his 4th of the season, Benjamin Coop. It's Marconi now 5, Sydney FC 2. Well, you just can't take your eyes off the action. Finger off the trigger. Marconi headed to a big victory here, but they'll be disappointed conceding that goal like that late on. Just reward, though, for Ben Coop. He's worked tirelessly in that front third today for Sydney, so good to see him get some reward out of the contest. Talbot. Just takes his eye off the ball. Lazy first touch. Marconi certainly won't be in a hurry to take this. At Lambert Park. Big second half from Southern Sharks. Napi led 2-0 after 17 minutes. Southern Sharks equalising in the 23rd. 2-1 was the scoreline at half-time, and have now pulled it back to even Stevens there. 2-2, 56 gone at Lambert Park, so the game is well in the balance. Big 3 points for both sides. To Kennis, fighting with Teague. Still going to Kennis. Nicolau. The block shot there by Fay. Recycles out for Millgate. Nathan Millgate now. Hits it into the grandstand. Losing his compass a little there, Nathan Millgate. Don't think he'll be too concerned late on. One thing we have seen from Sydney this season, they have fought all the way to the end. We mentioned that game against the Wolves. Could have quite easily have been 5 or 6 behind, but they played all the way to the end and almost got something out of that game. The game against Mount Druitt Town Rangers, of course, where they trailed 3-1 and came back to win 4-3. Final 15 or 20 minutes, that was on par with their best of the season. Teague. Shows too much of it there for Giorgio Speranza. Giorgio Speranza will find himself in the car was actually Ryan Teague that got the yellow there. My apologies. Did look like that he was going to ping Giorgio Speranza for that, but it's a studs up challenge to Ryan Teague. Sees him be the sole recipient of Ben Abraham's book today. The first yellow card of the match. And it's only his third of the season, so still a couple away from an automatic suspension. But it's Giorgio Speranza now up towards the 18-yard box. Tsakenis just tried to get it across to his right, showed too much of it there to Nieuwenhof. Joey Tilio now. Nicolau in front of him. A foul there by Zach Cancross. And in double succession, we see the second yellow of the game, this time to Cancross. So we've already seen Cancross miss a game this year through yellow cards. Defenders invariably pick them up as they try and assert their authority on the opposition strikers. Not for the faint-hearted, working in that centre of defence. Harry van der Sarg over the ball. Van Mules may be the target long. It's Teague, in fact. Millgate with the header. Cleared away by Giorgio Speranza. As far as Mlinaric. Fay. Van der Sarg. Joey Tilio. Shows too much of it there to Sean O'Connell. Lucky to get away with it there, Joey Tilio. Talbot. Teague. Holman there for Fay. Combining with the 1-2. Holman onto his right as they inch their way towards a shot. Again from off the crossbar, Harry van der Sarg. Well, he was going for his second bullet of the game. And only inches away from getting his second and Sydney's third. As we see a foul on Damien Tsakenis taken quickly by Giorgio Speranza. Mitchell Malia now. Marconi streaming on the right through Millgate. Brandon Vella also there. Millgate plays it for Vella. Holds it up. Back to Nicolau. Tsakenis far post. It goes for the audacious attempt in the overhead bike. Giorgio Speranza just shows too much of it there for Nieuwenhof. And the foul against Marconi. As we enter the last minute and a bit of this contest, we can see there will be 3 minutes of additional time added on by the fourth official, Sebastian Andrews. Just wait for it to go up, but it will be 3 minutes. Pavlicic gets it forward as the lights come on here at Marconi. Nicolau. Foul in the centre circle. Nicolau leaves it for O'Connell. Of course, the skipper didn't play in that midweek cup win. Back today with the armband on. Pelikanos for Vella. The switch by Vella for Millgate. Holman coming across with pressure. Millgate strong. Nicolau loses out to Fay. And Sydney once more with an opportunity to find a third. As you see Sebastian Andrews raise his board for 3 minutes. So 3 minutes left in this contest here at Bosley Park. We've got us calling all the action for you today. Thank you for joining into the telecast. Wherever you may be watching. The 1-2 there, looking for Van der Stark. Still going, hey, Van der Stark near post. Well, certainly on. If he'd hit that far post. Tried for the much harder, the more acute angle there. Had Vekic scrambling. From our vantage point, though, it did look like he had that under control. And then had Vekic, one of the great custodians in this competition. A competition that's littered with great goalkeepers. Plenty of positions in that Ultra Football Team of the Week. That is hard to make, but I'd say goalkeeper is probably the hardest one. Such a great array of custodians. Ball forward for Coop. Cancross gets there first. Good silky skill from the big man. Picks out to Kennis. Great first touch from Damien to Kennis, and he'll run at the defence, but Molinari comes across and just takes it off. Malia. Joey Tilio, the ball in behind for Coop. Van der Stark there to help out, but still going. Benjamin Coop has a shot. The block. The double save there by Vekic off Ryan Teague. The header. And great reflexes there from the number one for Marconi. Point blank range, that header there from Ryan Teague. But the second save from Vekic was just as brilliant as the first. Vermeers now. So Kennis takes it off him. He's on his own there, surrounded by three, so he does well to hold it up for Malia. Speranza to his left. Overlapping again, Pelikanos in vicinity to help out if he wants to go there. Indeed goes to Malia. Showing all the skills in his book, Mitchell Malia. Slows it down for Vella. Off the shins there of Van Meurs. Speranza for Vella. To Kennis, the back heel. Vella can square it up now. Well defended there by Van Meurs. Talbot. And ladies and gentlemen, that's full time here at Bosley Park today. Marconi Stallions 5 have defeated Sydney FC 2 in what was a dominant display from the home side. Their third win in the space of a week. They continue to climb the ladder. Another 3 vital points for coach Peter Tsakenis. A little too good today for the understrength Sydney FC side. We've got us calling all the action for you. It's been a pleasure. Marconi 5 have defeated Sydney FC 2. Cold now, eh?